Before this video starts, if you want to support my channel, there's a Patreon link down below. There's some cool perks included in each tier. For more information, go check out the link below. Each and every year, the EA Sports FIFA franchise continues to show neglect towards its community. FIFA 20 is a perfect example of this neglect. Today, we go a little deeper into the problems of the 36th installments of the FIFA franchise. If most of the community is using sliders to significantly improve the overall gameplay, 9 times out of 10, the gameplay probably sucks. Since the release of FIFA 20, the game has been criticized by pretty much everyone in the community. Hell, even the pros are criticizing it.
The game is so unrewarding that anyone can win. Guys who aren't good can win on FIFA 20, and no one enjoys playing it, but we're here.
For me, using sliders gives me this very uncertain feeling whilst playing the game. It's hard to determine whether or not I'm actually good or not. And when I do significantly well in one match, it's not much of a feeling of reward, but more of, should I adjust the sliders for the 500th time? It's absolutely ridiculous. The worst part about it is how EA have dealt with the situation. Their response can basically be summed up by Title Update 10 in January. The patch notes stated, quote, it had tuned Ultimate difficulty to provide a greater challenge. And as someone who thought Ultimate was a bit too easy at times, I thought this was great. Until I actually played the new Ultimate. Pain. It consumes you from within. Life is meaningless, tasteless. All I could ever dream of is escape. But I'm stuck in this dark hole. The difficulty didn't get tuned. It got f***ing maximized. I'm not the only one who had this issue either. Plenty of other YouTubers and players in this community thought the game was way too difficult. Usually a company would realize this and maybe, I don't know, fix it within a week. But it wasn't until March in another title update when they fixed it. And by the tone of my voice, yes, it wasn't fixed at all. What had actually changed was the Legendary mode. Legendary had gotten easier than it was before, providing an even bigger gap to jump from that difficulty to Ultimate. Now going back to sliders, for me, I found this game not very fun to play. When I have to adjust the sliders every 60 seconds I'm in a career mode match recording, it's really annoying. Recently, I've had an issue where the top table sides that play against me are nowhere near as hard as the mid and bottom table sides on the same sliders. This is actually the first FIFA ever in my lifetime where I've only played it for just YouTube content. It is so unenjoyable that I have to limit myself in playing this awful, trash game in order to have a sense of fun while I record. It is genuinely that terrible. I think we can all agree that career mode has had little to no improvement in the last 4 years. Since FIFA 16, the most significant features we have gotten are training sessions and preseason tournaments in FIFA 16, total club management and manager customization in FIFA 17, transfer negotiation cutscenes in FIFA 18, the Champions League logo in FIFA 19, and finally, dynamic potential and player morale in FIFA 20. As someone who has played career mode for oh so many years, I can very much say that the features listed here aren't very significant whatsoever. I would even go as far as saying that the only features which have an impact on the game in any way are training sessions and the transfer negotiation cutscenes. And before you come at me for not mentioning dynamic potential, that should have been in the game years ago. EA's way of approaching career mode is just disgraceful. I have to say though, they get the community excited with such small and inevitably irrelevant features every year. It is the saddest shit ever. Let me ask you this question. Since FIFA 16, when preseason tournaments came out, have you even bothered playing the matches, or hell, even participated in a preseason tournament more than your first time in 2015? Since FIFA 17, when Total Club Management came out, and you got to see how successful your tenure as manager was in terms of finances and objectives, have you even bothered checking that since your first time in 2016? Or hell, even this year's FIFA with player morale, have you really cared at all about your players' moods? There is such a noticeable pattern of EA neglecting the community so much that it gets us excited for something that we'll get bored of or even ignore after 1 week of playing. Speaking of player morale, something I was actually excited about. It's so broken. Every now and then you'll get a message from your 50 to 60 rated youth player asking if he can play against Manchester City. Sometimes you'll even have a player get mad at you for not playing in one match. On top of this, Your options for answers are so limited and stupid. No matter what though, this is the pure hopelessness that gets to me sometimes. EA will never add a feature significant that will have purpose for more than a week or two in a career mode for this simple reason. Career mode doesn't make profit. It's unfortunate because this mode has so much potential, and yet it'll forever be such a dull experience. And that's reality. Download FIFA's Realism mod.